downright obnoxious but still oh so sensible family coupe that you can have fun with on every single day, then Mercedes Benz has a car just for you. This one right here is Second Skin Industries' Archie Chiang's Mercedes Benz C63 AMG Coupe. Today I'm going to show you around this car and I'm also going to give it a test drive, so stay tuned. Before we start this video, I do have to show my utmost gratitude to one of my viewers, Wesley Cabello Yap, for making this video possible. So when you're looking for a sensible German sedan or coupe, the Mercedes Benz C-Class is always a great entry point into the brand. However, if you want a little bit more oomph or a lot more oomph, then the C63 AMG is always a car for you. But this particular C63 AMG is no ordinary C63. This has been extremely modified, and this is also a P31 development package. You go up all the way from 451 horsepower to a staggering 490 horsepower thereabouts. To know if a car is a C63 compared to a regular C-Class, you take a look at the hood. If you have an extra line here down by the middle or close to the middle, then that is not just your vanilla C-Class. But this one is not only that. This has also received the Black Series treatment. While this is not a Black Series car, it gets the full look. So you get these two extra noses over here. You get so much blacked out treatment. You get these upgraded Stage 3 projector headlights. Everything just looks incredibly sporty. So when you go on over to the side of the car, it gets even better. So you get staggered 20-inch rims for the front and back, but the front ones are at 265 30/20s, while the rear gets a 305 25/30s. You also get upgraded two-piece rotors on this one, and these rims, by the way, the Velas forged rims, and they are also a three-piece design. Now, this being a coupe gives it obviously two doors, and it is just so sleek looking. I'm really enjoying all these character lines down the side. A lot of these wrappings, these are all made by Second Skin Industries, so this car was originally gloss black. I'm also really enjoying the two-tone design with some of these yellow trimmings on the mirrors and even down below, plus on your rims. But what fast car build is complete without giving it a little bit more flair? And flair this particular C63 gets. If you take a look at the fenders, this gets the full wide body kit as you would get with a Black Series C63. And you also get the full aero kit from a Black Series, so your canards, as well as this carbon fiber wing, and also especially loving the yellow treatment over it as well. Down below are quad exhaust tips, but they are faux exhaust tips. But this car does get an IPE dual exhaust with real exhaust, and it is also variable. But what makes the C63 such a sensible car that will ensure that your wife or your SO will definitely still approve of it is that when you open up the trunk, not only do you get a huge boot area to carry your luggages, but you can even fold down the rear seats. You even get a donut space saver spare tire in this one, and your battery is also located here at the back. We now have to talk about the most important part of the C63 AMG, its power plant. So under the hood is a 6.2-liter naturally aspirated German muscle V8 making 487 horsepower and 600 Newton meters of torque when stock. But obviously this car right here is not stock. So this has been tuned to pump out 546 horsepower. I'm not sure about the torque figures on this one, but it is probably safe to assume it's anywhere between 650 and 700 Newton meters of torque. Made it to a 7-speed speed shift MCT, which I shall explain later. Now inside the C63 AMG, check the door third first. And these really long coupe doors just sound magnificent. But you know what sounds better than that? The exhaust in this car. So we start the car up. It has push button start. Oh yes. What a beautiful startup sound, and what a great way to start your day when you own a C63 AMG. Since this is a variable exhaust system, I even have a key fob right here with the on and off. Press the on button and the valve closes and it becomes incredibly quiet. Too quiet, that is. But if you press off, it becomes incredibly loud and monstrous sounding. The rest of the interior is quite similar to a regular Mercedes Benz C-Class. No surprise there, but you do get a couple of changes. Your AMG Sport steering wheel, Alcantara on the side, leather up top with a red stripe by the top. This has also been wrapped with Second Skin Industries' carbon fiber look wrap, which I really do love. The instrument cluster is also very straightforward. This is in miles because this is a US version car. Even the command system screen towards the middle is also really easy to use via this swivel wheel by the center. A couple more differences from a regular C-Class include these sport seats. The bolsters are rather aggressive, so if you eat the fast food every day, you might find them to be a little bit too aggressive for your love handles, but they are still nonetheless power adjustable for both the driver and the passenger side. Even your headrest is also power adjustable. I really love it. You had a Harman Kardon sound system in this one, which sounds really amazing. A panoramic sunroof as well, and here towards the middle, piano black, some carbon fiber trim, and a knob to control your comfort, sport, sport plus, and manual mode, and you even have this RS for the race start. Fun is best enjoyed with friends and family, and with the C63 AMG, you can take the entire family and your group of friends for a fun ride. So open up your really long coupe doors, and then you simply pull this lever right here behind the seat, and this seat automatically moves forward, electrically, pretty fast actually too. Then you simply hop on in, and this becomes a proper four-seater car. Now, you don't get an extra seat here in the middle, so yeah, again, just 4 seats, but you do get a place to put your phone. You even get 2 cup holders, your own air vents, and it's not that claustrophobic back here because number one, there is a cutout for your head, which means it gives you good headroom. You also get these rather big windows, and you'll get to enjoy your panoramic sunroof as well. So driving the Mercedes Benz C63 AMG, obviously, the first thing you want to do with this car is turn on that exhaust, and then you simply just gun this car. 0 to 100 in 3.9 seconds when stock, but since this car right here is tuned, oh, you get it so much faster, and it gets even more especially fun here in the tunnel. Open up your windows, and you just gun it. The soundtrack in this car is absolutely beautiful. It gives you an incredibly throaty, rude, and disrespectful roar that anyone will surely enjoy. And all the popcorn sounds that you get after that is enough to elevate your heart rate for the rest of the day. This car and the exhaust note in this one is just downright magnificent. Once you've gotten your adrenaline rush and you want to drive a little bit more comfortably, first thing you do is you floor it once again and enjoy the sounds that exhaust makes. But again, once you've gotten past that and you want to drive a little bit more sanely because you want to feel a little bit more safe and you want to conserve a little bit more gas because this car drinks like a behemoth, you can simply turn off the valve for the exhaust, and it simply becomes like a family car, something that your wife would easily approve of, because the C63 AMG has a typical AMG magic in which it can easily pass off as a vanilla Mercedes Benz C-Class when you drive it sedately inside the city. What do I mean by that? Suspension wise, it's only a little bit stiffer compared to a vanilla C-Class. In fact, the suspension in this car is a lot more comfortable than a vanilla BMW 3 Series E90 series, and that is just amazing. Now, the C63 AMG doesn't have a conventional automatic transmission, nor does it have a dual clutch. Instead, this is what Mercedes calls their Speed Shift MCT, a 7-speed version of it. And what this is a conventional automatic transmission, but without the torque converter. And instead, they put some sort of a clutch over there. And what you get is a hybrid between a dual clutch transmission and an automatic transmission. Put this car in M mode and we can test out how this responds. And the gear shifts, they're not as incredibly snappy as a dual clutch transmission, but it isn't as laggy feeling as a conventional automatic. So really, it's something like if you've driven BMWs in the past with ZF transmissions, modern BMWs, then it feels rather similar to that. It feels like an automatic, just a little bit faster. But what really sets apart a German muscle car such as the C63 AMG is its ability to still handle corners compared to, let's say, American cars. This car, the way that the steering communicates with you, the way that the suspension communicates with you, makes it for a very predictable car, even on corners. Sure, you still shouldn't like floor it over a hard bend because there is still so much torque in this one, but for the most part, you're gonna enjoy this car so much, both in the corners of some open roads and also in the track. The steering too, while it does get a little bit heavier, it still is a little bit similar to its vanilla Mercedes Benz C-Class counterparts, which means that if you do want to drive it very sedately, it still rewards you with a very relaxing driving experience that will not give you a lot of fatigue. This AMG Sport steering wheel is also perfect to the touch because you do get your Alcantaras on the side, so even if you're already sweating so much in your hand because of just how much power this car has, you will not have a very big problem with it. Now in comfort mode, it feels like a regular C-Class. Absolutely amazing. It's not jerky in any way, and in sport mode you get 20% faster shifts. Sport Plus 20% faster than that, and the manual mode, well, you want to use your paddle shifters, it gets even faster. What that means is that there is a proper mode for this car in any given point in time for when you want to drive it, depending on your mood. The throttle response is also so fast. It's so damn responsive. Just put your foot down a little bit and you know it responds immediately. I really love that. It's really hard to get that sort of feel with some cars because there's always some sort of a delay, and you can't really unleash the car when you want it to, but because the throttle response is so damn precise in the C63 AMG, it becomes a very predictable car. So the other day, we took the C63 AMG to a private road that strangely looked like a highway, and we were able to do speeds that are generally illegal on the open road. And this car could easily do 300 kilometers per hour. And even when you're approaching that top speed of this car, it still remained incredibly planted. It remained incredibly straight. It's not scary in any way. That's something that not a lot of cars can do, because a lot of people would tune their cars to give you like over 1,000 horsepower. But well, once you get up to around 190 or 200, it starts to feel like a proper death trap. But you don't get that feeling. You get a feeling of security when you drive around in an extremely well-built German coupe such as the Mercedes Benz C63 AMG. So overall, what do I think about the Mercedes Benz C63 AMG? I think it is one of the most brilliant German muscle cars ever made. Back in the early 2010s when this car first came out, the little boy in me who's always dreamed of this car is definitely not disappointed meeting this car. They say don't meet your heroes, but today I have met my hero and have not been disappointed at all. So if you're looking for pure German muscle that is still very comfortable and refined and also reliable, then a Mercedes-Benz C63 AMG is definitely a car to consider. In fact, this car right here is actually for sale. I don't really have the details, but maybe I could ask the owner and put it down below in the description, and you can go ahead and contact him. Again, this car is owned by Archie Chiang of Second Skin Industries. So if you're also looking for the best car wrap and paint protection films out there, then do go ahead and check out Second Skin Industries.